This will be. I want all the videos to be brief because um, the simpler you can explain something, and I do believe that learning Spanish can be, and it is simple. Then the more efficient it would be, and that doesn't take a lot of time. It never takes a lot of time to show someone or give someone instruction or some kind of advice on how they can do something, how they can better something. The first tip that I learned is to just learn how to pronounce the words. And when I want to learn how to pronounce the word, or what anyone would want to do when they want to learn how to pronounce, is know the sounds that the letters make. So the alphabet, that was the first place that I went to. I just refreshed my memory of the alphabet in Spanish, and then refreshed also the memory of the pronouns. Pronoun mainly just being who for me at that time. So being able to say I, and knowing that I is yo and tú is you, and usted, ella, él, or those, nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, all those words. That again, that's keeping it with people. And then the next main tip was conjugating the verbs. So a lot of teachers, and this is not, didn't go to school, all the lessons that I took mainly were right here on YouTube, watching someone who took their precious time out to relay information on how to better learn something. They'll all tell you about the ways that the verbs learn. Conjugating verbs, all verbs are gonna end in AR, IR, or ER, and the verbs are just like what someone is doing, running, like to run. To run in English, TORUN is correr, CORRER. So that's an example of an ER verb. To call in English, to call, or in Spanish, as we all know, me llamo. That's how we say our name, but we're saying I call myself when you say it that way. Me llamo. Llamar is the verb, which ends in AR. IR verb, like fluir, that just means to flow, or construir, to construct, or a lot of them. They're all gonna end in those same ways. And then, as in conjugating, we do the same thing in English, because we do say I run, or we say I speak, you speak, he speak. That is conjugating to speak. We just remove the to. We don't say to speak. We don't say I to speak. We just say I speak, you speak, or she speaks, he speaks. Same thing as in Spanish, except the ending of that word ends. So hablar, again, as we all know, hablo, that's I speak. Yo hablo would be the word or the phrase, or tu hablas. So that's how you conjugating, and knowing again that the ending of the word, the ending of the AR, IR, or ER word is going to change, and that will keep it somewhat simple. I know people say it's not simple. That seems hard. It's not that hard once you just again put a little time into it. It takes a little time, a little effort. And then again, learning from tips on YouTube and other people around me. Like one Spanish guy I was working with, he started saying, hey, when you're riding down the road, find someone that you can actually hear, like find a group, and the group that he mentioned at that time was Calle 13. Listen to them, because they speak very clear Spanish, and you can sing along with them while you're riding down the road. If you don't want to sing in front of people, you can sing along, and it's going to help you get the rhythm. So once you start, again, learning how to pronounce words, pronounce the letters, knowing the letters are pronounced like I. It's never going to be A. It's always I, and the H is always silent. It's going to help you, because once you see that word, you're going to be able to say that word. And then once you hear someone of a native tongue speak that word the first time, as if you look at subtitles again, you can watch a movie. I mean, if you, especially watching this on YouTube, if you have internet, if you have Netflix, or anything, change subtitles. Even if you're not looking at a movie on the internet, put the subtitles on Telemundo, and just listen to how they read it. Listen to how they're saying the words that come across that screen, and then you'll get a better understanding. And then it won't sound so fast to you, because they're not really trying. I mean, some people may say we talk fast, even though being born in the South. Some people say a lot of Southerners have that Southern drawl, but still, to a person that's not inherently recognize or doesn't inherently recognize that language, not their first language, it's gonna be difficult to hear that. So what you think that you're hearing fast is just your brain not understanding those sounds, and not understanding those sounds because it hasn't been trained to understand that sounds. But once you put the time and effort into it, and that's just you can do 10 minutes a day. That's scientifically proven that you don't have to you can't cram. If you cram that, you're not going to retain anything anyways, because your brain's just going to take it and it's going to go back to whatever it was doing. But if you show your brain that this is important, which again, establishing a habit over 7 days. 7 days is not that hard. You will be able to see significant results in what you retain. 10 minutes a day, challenge yourself. You can make it further, you can go more, but keep it again with the tips that help me past learning or past studying. And you don't have to go to school. You can get books. You can order books on Amazon that cost $4 or $5, $6, whatever. Verb books, verb conjugation books, Spanish grammar books. One thing with Spanish grammar that it shows you, like how we say I can do it in English. So puedo would be I can in Spanish, but they would say lo puedo hacer, lo being the masculine form of it, lo puedo hacer. That's saying it I can do. And once you understand that, that's how you're going to hear a lot of the sentences, or saying, like they say, I talk to them, they would say, yeah, like le hablo or le hablé, if they're speaking in the past tense. But it's not that hard if you just know that they're saying to them, I talk, and that helps a lot with the grammar side of it. A lot of people refer to the Star Wars characters. I'm not sure if it's R2D2 or C3PO or whatever the names are of it, but I'm sure you understand what I'm saying when it I can do and it I see. That's lo veo. That's Spanish for you right there. They're just saying it in a different cadence, in a different rhythm. So if you can take some time out of the day, 10 minutes a day to 2 minutes or 30 seconds to do the alphabet, a minute to learn that hablar means to talk or whatever, to speak, and then conjugate that verb. Then that's 10 minutes. You can take 10 minutes doing that. Then the next, do an ER verb, then do an IR. And AR, IR, and ER are always going to end the same ways, as in saying I do this, you do that, he does that, she does that, it does that, we do that. Whatever verb you choose is always going to end the same if it has that same 2-letter ending, AR, IR, ER. But then there comes the irregular verbs, but those are just a few, and you can memorize those. It's not nothing that's too difficult. Conjugate some verbs. Don't worry too much on your pronunciation. And read out loud whenever, when you're doing the stuff. Read the stuff out loud, even if you're listening to a song. You will hear the rhythm, you hear the beat. So you can do it. I'll say you can do it because I mean, people do it, and I've been able to do it. You can do it. Read out loud. You're going to hear yourself if you don't have any Spanish speaking people around you. So you're going to hear yourself pronounce that word, and it's just going to help. Once you hear someone else say it, you're gonna know. I promise you. If you try it, you'll know. That's pretty much it as far as getting started with it. There'll be more videos probably me speaking more in Spanish. It's just that, as I have seen people that come before me and do the same thing, I'm not the first person to do this. The first United States or born in North Carolina, but first person born in North America that speaks a different language. I'm not the first person that's done that, and I won't be the last. And hopefully you'll be the next. Good luck.